Welcome back to another Tumbler tutorial. Hi, my name is Christy. I'm the owner and creator. I hope you enjoy this Tumbler tutorial and I hope you enjoy the beauty of handmade. All right, so we're going to get started with a 30-ounce skinny straight from, I think this was Makerflo or Hawk, one of the two. I have it linked in the description. But I've already prepped it. I've sanded it down. I've painted it with Rust-Oleum matte or flat white spray paint. Now we're going to use the epoxy method to add our glitter. And the epoxy that I'm using is Resin Rockers, and it's called Resin Rockers Perfect Finish. So we're going to get a good amount coated on this tumbler. The glitter isn't chunky, but I wanted to use it because it was such a large cup. I wanted to use the epoxy method to add the glitter. Sorry, that's my dog's collar ringing. So anyways, we're going to start off covering up the tumbler with Makerflo, and it's called Blue My Mind, and it's a UV fine glitter. And if you notice, it has a little glow to it. It's really, really pretty. But we're going to cover the tumbler entirely with this glitter, let it cure, and then we'll come back in with our next step. All right, now that our tumbler has been cured and I've already added 2 coats of epoxy, and that's been cured as well, I cut out these stencils of hot air balloons and stars, and we're gonna get them weeded out and then placed just randomly over the tumbler. Now, these little images of the hot air balloons, I got them from Creative Fabrica. I think I got them. No, you know what? I got them from Cricut Design Space, I believe. But I just cut out several ones. We're going to use these to put in our peekaboo for our peekaboo. Sorry. All right. So all of my stencils have been weeded out. Now I'm in no way of any kind of layout or anything. We're just going to randomly place them all over the tumbler. And we're going to twist them here, twist them there, just randomly. So we're going to do the same with the stars, and I'm going to use my tweezers to place those just all over the tumbler. And again, no random order, just all over the place. what I'm going to do after all the stencils have been placed, I'm going to take it outside and spray paint it. I've got Colorshots in Skinny Dip, Splash, and Brownie Points. I think it was Brownie Points. And we're going to do a swirl pattern. Now I let it dry, and what I'm going to do is use glitter glue to add my glitters to the tumbler. Now the glitters that I am using for this portion of the tumbler tutorial is Makerflo in Twilight Beach, and it's a Espresso from a ultra extra fine from Hobby Lobby, and then of course a Lilac Blossom that I got from Michael's. And we're gonna do kind of, when we do our glitters, and I was trying to work fast because my glitter glue felt like it was wanting to dry up on me fast. So I'm trying to work fast because this is my adhesive for that glitter. So maybe I should have, I didn't want to use epoxy because of course I have to lift up all those little stencils. But anyways, we're going to go right into the middle of each one of these colors with its corresponding color of glitter. And then we're going to kind of fan it out, going out from the middle, and that would be from each color, kind of trying to blend them in with each other. And I don't want to say ombre because it really wasn't looking like an ombre color, but enough to mix them in together to kind of head that way. After all our glitter is placed on the tumbler, we're going to let it dry for about an hour. Then I'm going to spray it with Rust-Oleum clear spray paint, and then we're going to go in and lift up all those stencils. Now it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm going to take my weeding pen and we're going to go in and do my best to look for all those stencils underneath the glitter. But yeah, it was really, the balloons were really thin, so I couldn't put like hot glue or anything on them. So I didn't have too much trouble, but yeah, we're going to go in and get all those stencils lifted up. And then once we get the stencils lifted up, what we're going to do is put in about 2 coats of epoxy. And again, I'm going to be using Resin Rocker's Perfect Finish. Okay, so after my 2 coats of epoxy, we'll let it cure overnight. And here we are going in with our oh goodness, epoxy portion that we're going to add our acrylic paint to. Now, what I did was I mixed up a little bit of oh goodness gracious, Resin Rockers Perfect Finish, just to, I guess, wet the tumbler so that I can place my mixtures of my acrylic paint and epoxy into the tumbler. And my idea was to do like a galaxy. What is it? A galaxy? Is it the galaxy? I always have trouble remember that effect. But for some reason, I think because it was cold in my shed, those little cups of epoxy and acrylic paint were setting, and they were getting a little tough for me. Now, that brown, I wasn't too happy with the color of it against the brown glitter. So we're going to get all this colors put on here. We're going to go in with my finger, kind of spread them out. And the white is supposed to like represent some clouds. So that's why I'm kind of just spacing those out pretty far. But like I said, the paint was kind of getting hard on me because I guess it was cold in my shed. So I'm trying to go in with my heat gun to break up that acrylic paint and epoxy mixture, and it wasn't working. I don't know if it was something I did as far as the way I mixed my epoxy or it was cold, but I'm going to try to go in with my gloved hand and mix those colors around. Now, that brown I didn't like. I really, really didn't like it. So here shortly in a minute, what I'm going to do is take off my glove thinking I'm going to be finished, but then I'm going to try to use the glove to wipe off some of that brown acrylic paint over the glitter. And like I said, I just really didn't like the color, the brown color. It kind of covered the brown glitter. So I wasn't too happy with that. So we're going to try to get some of that off of the tumbler here in just a few minutes. And this is where I am getting the glove. I'm trying to wipe it off and it's not working too well for me, but it's okay because what we're going to do is we're going to let it cure, and we'll find out, we'll put our oh goodness, our decal over the brown. But anyways, we're going to go in with Chase Rae, and it's Chill Out. And I'm going to just randomly put spots of this glitter over the acrylic paint that I feel didn't mix correctly. So to hide those little imperfections, I'm going to use this to kind of cover them up. Now, what we'll do is we'll let it cure overnight, and then we'll let it cure. I'll put a coat of epoxy, and then we'll come back in, sand it down, put another coat of epoxy, and now we're cleaning the rim. So this is 2 coats of epoxy cured overnight. And now we're going to go in, clean the inside of the overspray from the spray paint with alcohol. And we're going to place our really cute little hot air balloon teddy bear decal that I got from Creative Fabrica. Now, since that brown since I wasn't too happy about that brown placement, that's where we're going to kind of hide with this little decal. And it kind of worked out because it kind of hid all that ugly brown that I didn't like. I just didn't like the acrylic brown that I put. But yeah, we're going to place this cute little hot air balloon on the tumbler. And then I have a quote that we're going to cut out. Now, this is a light blue vinyl from, I think it was Hobby Lobby. And then I cut out from some brown from Cricut. And we cut out the quote that says, "Fly high, touch the sky." Now, the blue is my offset, and we're going to weed out all the little extras in between the letters. And we're going to get it ready to place the blue lettering on top of this. The brown lettering on top of this blue lettering. But I wanted to make it, since this cup was so large and tall, I wanted to make the quote, long enough to fit comfortably inside such a large tall cup. But we're going to weed out all these letters. Then we're going to get some transfer tape, and we are going to place the transfer tape over the brown vinyl and then put it over the blue, and then we'll get it added to the tumbler. Now I did have some air bubbles in my decal, so that's what I'm doing here with the weeding pen. I'm poking a little bitty hole and getting the air out from those air pockets, air bubbles. Now I pre-cut a bunch of little logos with different colors, different color vinyls. And I'm going to get one in white here, and I'm going to place my little logo down at the bottom of the tumbler. Alrighty, after 2 more coats of epoxy, this tumbler is done. I'll follow up with some photos and a video of the finished tumbler. And I really do like this little cup. I don't know if it's like for a little boy or for a mom of boys, but it was really cute. But this is the finished product. Came out really, really, really cute. I really like it. Fly high, touch the sky. And yeah, I really like it. But anyways, if y'all are interested in this tumbler, send me an email at lululadybugcreations@yahoo.com. I really do hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope y'all got some, learned some stuff as far as making mistakes or making corrections the way I make corrections. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, tap that bell to get notified whenever I upload another video. And comment below with any comments, suggestions, or just any questions. And I really do want to thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video that I have for y'all to watch.